Alright, in this video we're going to walk through some guidance on giving out lockers and other storage assignments. Here I am on the client's workspace. I'm under client management as the menu group, agreements and storage, locker/storage assignments. There's three different options that I can give out. There's lockers, 5-day storage, and then specialty handling. So 5-day storage is for when someone first comes, because they are required to have stayed 5 out of the last 7 days, really 5 days before they can then get a locker. Specialty handling is where they have odd-shaped items that we need to put in the special storage area. It's relatively self-explanatory. First, I should note I have the right client searched up, so that's always something you want to make sure. Now, this is a test database, so this is not real information, real data on a real person. But let's say I was going to do 5-day storage. I would just click Add 5-day storage. I would put which locker. So in this case, I actually don't have any lockers, so I'm probably not going to assign them. The number of bags, 1 or 2. Whoever's handing it out is the witness. I can generate the 5-day storage rules by clicking that report, and that would allow them to be able to read them. I could read them the rules first because I want to make sure that they know what they're agreeing to, and unfortunately this is taking a little while to generate. We won't do this for all three of the reports. You know what, I'm going to minimize that and we'll wait. And then when they are, here we go, of course. So yeah, here's the rules. I'm going to, print out a copy for them, but I want to make sure that they understand the rules. And then there's going to be a button down here that'll say use Topaz signature pad. You'll click, and then they will be able to then sign on the signature pad in front of them. And you'll click save, and so that will then save them in. I should note that the locker name, this is which storage locker in 5-day storage they'll be. Specialty handling is very similar. You're going to put how many days they're allowed to put the belongings in there. I think generally we do 5. And then the description of the items. Once again, generate the rules and have them sign. Once you're done with those, you will generate a 5-day storage agreement or specialty luggage handling agreement that will give you a signed copy that they can then keep. And then 5-day storage or specialty tags that will provide something that you can put on the actual items, so that we make sure that all of the items that go into 5-day storage or specialty handling have the guest's information. Last thing I want to note on these is, just like with normal lockers, there's the possibility of entering locker notes and passes, and there's going to be a separate video on that, but that makes it so that for example, this says date to remove bags is 11/29. Let's say I want to give them a pass so that it will extend that date. I would put in a pass so that their bags wouldn't be evicted. Let's see. So finally, locker. So I will go to add locker. Then I'll select the locker, and then I'll put information on the lock if need be, on the combination if there is a combination. Once again, generate the rules and have them sign. After that, I will, once again, it'll say locker agreement. In fact, I'll go ahead and just do one here so that we can see. And since this is just a test, I'm going to do a random signature, and I'll generate the locker agreement here and print it out and give them a copy. If they have a key, you will take a copy of this locker agreement and paste their or tape their key to this and keep it in storage, which should be in the supervisor office, so that we have a copy of their key. I also want to note, if you run into a situation where there's a locker that is supposed to be open, but it isn't open, it looks open in the system, for example, but you go out and it isn't open, I want to show you how briefly to be able to look into the history of the locker to see who was there before. You'll go over to the shelter workspace and you'll go to search lockers, and then I can choose a particular locker, like locker 1 for example, and that will give me a list of everybody who's been in that locker. So that's really helpful if I want to say, okay, like I don't know why, but there's somebody's belongings here. Who was the last person in that locker, and when did they supposedly check out of that locker? So that's usually a good place to start. So that gives you some information about assigning lockers and looking into lockers. I do want to also note that you can see over here on the shelter workspace all of the current 5-day storage assignments, all of the current locker assignments, all of the current specialty luggage handling, and then there's also some other functionality over here, but those are the primary things I want to point out. So that gives you, once again, some information about assigning and handling lockers.